The Humble Potter, A Tale of True Greatness. Part 2, The Legacy of Humility. In a small secluded monastery, a young monk named Kenji reflected on Kaito's story. Kenji realized that Kaito's humility was not unique to pottery, but a universal principle that could be applied to all aspects of life. He began to incorporate this wisdom into his own spiritual practice, seeking to cultivate humility in his daily interactions. As Kenji delved deeper into the concept of humility, he discovered that it was not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength. He saw how Kaito's humility had allowed him to learn from others, to grow, and to create something truly beautiful. Inspired by Kaito's example, Kenji decided to embark on a journey to learn from other humble masters. He traveled to distant lands, seeking out wise individuals who embodied humility in their respective crafts. Kenji met a humble weaver who created exquisite tapestries, a humble chef who cooked nourishing meals for the poor, and a humble gardener who coaxed life from the most barren soil. Each of these individuals shared a common thread, a deep understanding that their talents were not solely their own, but a gift to be shared with others. Years passed and Kenji's journey took him full circle, back to the village where Kaito still lived. The old potter, now frail but still radiant with inner peace, welcomed Kenji with open arms. "I see you've been searching for the essence of humility," Kaito said, his eyes twinkling with warmth. "But tell me, young monk, what have you learned?" Kenji shared his stories of the humble masters he had met, and Kaito listened intently. When Kenji finished, Kaito nodded thoughtfully. "Humility is not something you find, it's something you cultivate," Kaito said. "It's the soil in which compassion, wisdom, and true greatness grow. Remember, Kenji, the moment you think you've attained humility is the moment you've lost it." Kenji smiled, grasping the paradox. He realized that humility was a lifelong journey, not a destination. As Kenji prepared to leave, Kaito handed him a small, delicate vase. "A gift," he said, "not from me but from the clay, the water, and the fire that shaped it. May it remind you of the beauty that arises from humility." Kenji accepted the vase, feeling the weight of Kaito's wisdom settling within him. He knew that his journey was far from over, but with Kaito's guidance, he felt more determined than ever to walk the path of humility. Part 3, Inspiring the Next Generation. Years later, a young girl named Emiko wandered into Kaito's now empty studio. She had heard stories of the humble potter who had once lived there and was drawn to the peaceful energy that lingered. As she explored the studio, Emiko stumbled upon Kaito's old wheel, covered in dust. She felt an inexplicable connection to the craft and decided to revive the wheel, to bring new life to the studio. With each spin of the wheel, Emiko felt Kaito's spirit guiding her. She learned to listen to the clay, to respect the natural world, and to create with humility. As she worked, she whispered a silent thank you to Kaito, knowing that his legacy lived on through her. And so, the story of Kaito, the humble potter, continued, passing from generation to generation, a reminder that true greatness lies in the beauty of humility, and that the simplest acts can have the most profound impact on the world. Kaito's legacy extended far beyond his village, inspiring generations to cultivate humility in their own lives. His story became a beacon, reminding all who heard it that true greatness lies not in external validation, but in the positive impact we have on others and the world around us. As the years went by, the village prospered, and Kaito's pottery studio became a symbol of the transformative power of humility. Emiko, the young girl who had revived the studio, carried on Kaito's tradition, creating beautiful pieces that reflected the beauty of the human spirit. Kaito's humble spirit continued to whisper wisdom to all who sought it. Humility is not weakness, but strength. It is the soil in which compassion, wisdom, and true greatness grow. And so, the humble potter's story came full circle, a testament to the enduring power of humility, compassion, and the human spirit. Kaito's legacy lived on, a reminder to always walk the path of humility and to create beauty that touches the hearts of all who experience it. I hope this story inspires you to reflect on the importance of humility and compassion in our lives. Follow for more.